There's no other beach like it.
Down where you're sitting, it's the same. I said, and daylight speaks to me.
Welcome back to
Bondi Rescue!
where a team of elite lifeguards watch over one of the world's busiest beaches. Last season saw pounding surf, drug busts, and near tragedy in backpackers' Reef.
This is drowning.
The new summer kicks in with a vengeance. As fun turns sour, there are fin chops in the surf
Arrest me, please.
and aggro in the air.
Is it their beach? Do they own this beach?
Down where they're sitting,
No, this is bad.
It's a summer of surprises as Paris comes to Bondi and the Irish go to sea.
Thank you.
There are lost kids on the beach and new kids on the block.
Proud of you, mate. You're pretty good.
Tonight, the Bondi madness begins. There's chaos on the sand and shark fever in the water.
Lifeguards to Bronny, lifeguards. Yeah, morning, Bondi. This is Bronny, go ahead. Hey, Bronny. Mate, just so you know, we've got a water temp of 21 over here today. Good swell running out of the northeast and the expected air temp of about 35, 36 degrees out west. Well, that sounds like it's going to be an interesting day for you guys. I hope you bring your A game today. Enjoy your day. Bronny clear. Bondi clear.
Lifeguards on high alert at Sydney's beaches.
Well, the scorcher coming up today, top of 35 in the city.
Top of 35 for the city. Very, very hot and humid and unsettled weather for Sydney.
the last of the great interceptors. The mark when it comes to the breakdancers collect.
On a real busy day, we've got at least 30,000 people down here.
That funk has a new day. That style is vintage with a pinch of tough crew.
It's an absolute madhouse. There's stuff going on everywhere, in the water, out of the water.
No holds barred on the ride, full track, garage hip hop.
Just the hordes and hordes of people from all over the world, all coming to the one place and trying to get along. Bondi is the most amazing place in Australia. It really puts a smile on my face every day I come down here.
The crazy days of a Bondi summer have begun.
Once again, Spirit right in front of the no swimming sign.
8 men stand guard over a kilometre of beach. By mid-morning, the crowd's grown to 20,000 and lifeguards already have their hands full. Collisions, cuts, bruises and blue bottles. As the mercury rises, so does the tension.
You'll be okay.
This is as crazy as it gets down here. It's been out of control. The biggest crowds, I think, they're making up for the last 2 or 3 summers.
The growing crowd becomes a danger in itself.
Just a bit of a cut under your lip in there.
Or so many people in the water and someone's just sort of giving a bit of an elbow, and the crowd like this, you just physically can't fit them all in one area, and you know, they're swimming on top of each other.
Minor collisions are one thing. Now lifeguards are called to something more serious.
Can we get any more lifeguards down here to try and clear all these people out?
17-year-old New Zealander Taff High is suffering severe back and neck pains after a collision in the surf.
I don't want to risk any injury at all.
Chapo treats it as a suspected spinal injury.
1, 2, 3, slowly, and just down onto his back, and then we're going to rest him there.
Then Chapo discovers Taff High isn't your average patient.
You're legally blind. Okay. I didn't know that. He's legally blind. Okay. All right. No problem. Now that's different.
Got a condition where he can't see, so from a metre away he wouldn't be able to see your face properly, and that's probably why he got hipped by a person, because he can't see them.
Swimming unassisted in the crowded surf, Taff High suffered 2 blows.
I got kicked in the head first, and then I felt dizzy, and then when I came out the water, I got hit in the back, and I just made it worse.
Okay. All right. I'm sure the lifeguards have explained it to you. Basically, all they've done here is precautionary, okay? Before we can get you up to hospital and give you some x-rays, okay? Just to get you checked out.
Safely immobilised, Taff High faces a battery of tests to establish whether his spinal cord is damaged.
Feeling good?
But even before lifeguards get him off the sand, another incident.
On a lifeguard central to Chapo. I know you're carrying the patient up. There's the police around. There's apparently, I can hear on the radio, Surfcom saying that there's a fight to the north of the main set of flags.
Lifeguards 1 minute, security guards the next. A man and his girlfriend have been assaulted by a group of young men.
Actually, they're all running off the beach. They're heading up the side of Bondi Surf Club to the south.
Lifeguards try to keep the peace, but on crazy days like this, the main game has to be saving lives. Head lifeguard Hoppo gets news a teenage girl is choking on the sand. The teenager is barely conscious and having trouble breathing. With the noise and crush of so many people, it's difficult to diagnose a problem. On a sweltering day, 15-year-old Sydney-sider Jess has collapsed on Bondi Beach.
What we're going to do, we're going to stand you up, carry you up. Just pick her up and let me go.
The lifeguard's immediate concern is to get her off the beach.
You're getting amber. She doesn't look well.
Just relax. Just relax. Take a couple of breaths for me.
We were alerted to her when she was already on the beach, but I think she may have started adding it in the water.
Jess's friends think she's suffering an asthma attack that began in the surf.
I lifted her up and I nearly drowned myself lifting her, and these ones came up behind me and the waves kept crashing us as we came in. So I was trying to carry her above my head as well as get smashed by the waves, and so she stopped breathing for a second, and then I sort of tried to get her on the side and then made her breathe.
Just relax. Are you cold? No? Alright, you're starting to shake. I might have to just take this off.
Jess is struggling to breathe, but too much oxygen in the blood, or hypoxia, could make her condition worse.
Just try and take a nice deep breath, nice and slow. Inhale through the nose.
What's confusing is whether Jess's symptoms are related to asthma or from almost drowning.
You remember, you've always been always conscious though? You didn't pass out?
There's a bucket if you want to spew.
Wave.
The wave went over your head?
And I blanked.
And you blanked out? Yeah?
And then my friend had to
hold you.
Shake me, like flat me in the face.
Oh yeah, so you did sort of blank out?
No worries, thank you.
Okay.
Hoppo and Dino wait for paramedics to help get to the bottom of Jess's condition.
Can you keep looking at me and Hoppo, Jessie?
It's all right, keep going up.
Wonderful. All right, and another one. One more. Well, the good news is you're not having an astro attack. You've got no wheeze at all.
She's swallowed a lot of water. She's had salt water in her stomach. She's making her feel sick. And then looking around, and all these people are crowding around her, and you know, it would have been a pretty terrible feeling for her.
With no signs of asthma, Jess's symptoms may be the result of a near drowning in Bondi's crowded surf. She's off to emergency for some serious investigation. 2 p.m. and the crowd is still piling in. By now, an estimated 30,000 people are jammed on the beach. At the back of every swimmer's mind is a very primal fear.
A series of shark sightings forced several popular Sydney beaches to close today.
Terrorised by a 5-metre shark, there's been a recent surge in shark sightings around the country.
That's a big bite.
A spate of recent shark sightings and shark attacks around Australia has swimmers on edge.
When we get shark stories in the media, we tend to suddenly a lot of people start seeing sharks, and there hasn't been a shark attack at Bondi since 1938. We often see them cruise through the bay. We just evacuate in the water when we confirm the sighting. Especially a day like today, you don't want to hit the alarm for no reason. Otherwise, you're going to panic a mass amount of people to get them out of the water.
Both the professional lifeguards and volunteer lifesavers, the clubbies, scan the water for ominous grey shadows. But according to strict protocol, it's the full-time lifeguards, the boys in blue, who make the final call on whether to clear the water.
There's something in the water now. Where the people are now. It's like going across.
Yeah, it is too. There it is. Look, you can see.
No, it's stingray.
It is a stingray. Well, the guy's swimming there. See the guy swimming? He's about to swim over the top of it right now. Look. Yeah, there he's prop. Look, he's prop. Look at him. The guy the furthest out, he was swimming, he just went, whoa!
Despite being related to sharks, stingrays are generally considered harmless. On this occasion, Kerbox decides there's no need to sound the shark alarm and panic swimmers. Bondi continues on its merry way. Then, without warning, the shark alarm goes off. But it wasn't the lifeguards who tripped it. Someone has just set off the shark alarm on Bondi Beach, and it wasn't the lifeguards.
Clubbies, mate.
Mate, it was a stingray.
I didn't say a word over the radio.
Shark alarm protocol has been broken, and Kerbox is not happy.
We spotted a stingray out there, and one of the members from the surf club decided to ring a shark alarm, without even telling us what's going on. They've cleaned the whole of Bondi Beach. Not happy.
Kerbox talks to the clubbies to get their side of the story, as thousands of swimmers are bailed up on the sand.
Well, I'd heard there were some sharks here a couple of days ago, but I don't know why they're bringing somebody in now. But guess better to be safe than sorry.
With us, we wait and send the jet ski out to have a look.